Hey guys, my name's Toby. I'm 19 years of age. I'm just chilling in the garden here. My goal is to one day own a regenerative farm, and to do that, I'm going to interview as many farmers as I can from around Australia and then hopefully the rest of the world. And I want to invite you guys to come on this journey with me and to learn as much as we can about farming and doing it in a way that is closest to how nature works. So, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the video.
Welcome back, guys. We're here at Bamboo Park here on the beautiful Sunshine Coast. We're going to have a look at some pasture-raised pigs here, chickens, food forestry, and we're here with the amazing Ed.
I don't know.
Thanks for having us, Ed.
No worries.
Yeah, let's go have a little look around and hopefully we can learn some amazing things.
Yeah, fantastic. You picked a great day for it, so
Yeah.
it should be fun. Yeah, so we've got a few more older piglets and sows here.
Yeah.
Just having a bit of breakfast, and yeah, again enjoying a bit of sunshine. So no, they're pretty good.
Yep.
You can see I've had them, in that pen.
Yep. On the right.
On the right, yeah, they were there for quite a long time, and it was really smashed. And you can see all the new growth coming through the front. They've been in here, coming up to about 3 weeks, and then they'll go into here pretty soon.
Right.
Yeah, which would be nice. So, no, it's good.
How do you find the plants react after the pigs have been in here for?
Yeah, so
however
even
long?
like with that much, damage to it, which is quite a lot. Yeah, so if you come and have a look at the next one.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so. Yeah, so obviously we just put a bit of barley and just like mixed bird seed basically.
Yep.
And a bit of hay as well, but not even that much hay. Probably like this whole area, probably just about 12 hay bales, and watered it, a few times, and yeah, really quickly it just comes back, and the colour you're getting, the greens is really healthy. So
Yep.
yeah, it's great.
And do you find the soil gets better every time the pigs come through?
Yeah, as long as you can get that balancing act between, not putting them on it too much, yeah, definitely the soil improves. And they're just dropping so much carbon. All the food you're giving the pigs, all the hay you're giving them, even the vegetation, they really step it into the ground. So no, it's great.
It's amazing.
Yeah, just trying to, because obviously this was sugarcane, so it's all pretty open. We let those trees regrow a bit there.
Mm-hmm.
They're just black wattles, and then, trying to put a few more bits of shade, some more vegetation.
Mm-hmm.
The range of their diet's so crazy. They'll eat so much different stuff.
Yeah, they eat meat, fruit.
Yeah, fish,
Yeah.
all sorts, but, specifically fruit and veg.
Yep.
They love, but yeah, tubers, bark, everything.
So you think having an agroforestry system, so where there's trees in the pig pen,
Yeah.
that sort of gives them more of a diverse diet and like how it's naturally happening?
Well, yeah, that would be pretty much true. Yeah. They definitely do like the grass as well. It'd be, good to have the balance, but they do like the trees. Especially in Australia, like summer, 35 degrees, and yeah, they'll definitely be in the shade once they've had some food. So no, for sure. And they seem to interact with trees really well, and really interestingly as well. Like the young males will rub their like faces, what am I trying to say? Tusks?
The tusks, yep.
Tusks against them, and the females will take the bark when they're going to have piglets, and so there's obviously probably plays pretty important in there.
It's a natural thing.
Yeah, I think so, for sure. So, yeah, definitely.
So why aren't most, pork farms in Australia doing this? Because it seems like if you look around, it's green, it's beautiful, it's how it should be.
Yeah, that's a pretty good question. I guess, my family in England are pig producers as well.
Okay.
So that's part of the reason we got into it in Australia. My granddad set it up, and now my uncle runs it, and now it's all intensive indoor pig farms, and I like it outdoors. I guess it's part of it is just the public awareness of stuff, and we've really had the chickens in our generation, the free range egg movement You know, now everything's free range eggs, but before it wasn't. So it's just, I think probably just a bit of education, just getting more people to realise that pigs can just live outside and they're much happier. It's obviously less efficient for the farmer, you know, but in terms of their well-being, it's way better, and you get healthier pigs in general. So in the long term, it's probably is cheaper for you. Yeah, it's just probably education, to be honest. Yeah, but yeah, people are pretty amazed when they come and see them running around. You know, it's not something you see every day at pig. So yeah, definitely just talking about it more. You know, even for me, it's quite interesting to learn. You know, just keep learning and finding out more stuff about them. I only found out the other week that pig's milk from the mothers is twice as nutritious as cow's milk.
Wow.
It's crazy.
And can we drink that? Or?
I don't know. I haven't Googled that.
Yeah.
I didn't want that in my
That just
search
seems
history.
wrong to me, drinking pig milk.
Yeah, but it explains a lot, like why one sow can have like 8 strong babies. In 8 weeks, they're like pigs basically. It's crazy. So yeah, they're pretty phenomenal animals. And people love pork, you know, like bacon and egg sandwich is not going anywhere in Australia for bread. So, yeah.
And I've heard that pasture-raised pork is like a completely different meat, like taste-wise,
100%.
to Woolies and Coles.
100%. Yeah, definitely is. It's crazy. You know, people will try our pork and they'll call me and be, you know, it's like, say it's the best pork they've ever had. And I'll get a lot of older Australians come into the shop and they'll say, oh, we don't eat pork. And I kind of think, well, I don't really blame you because you've only had crappy supermarket pork. But basically the supermarket stuff is just very white and almost looks like a little bit slimy, you know, and just like a bit watery, and a very small amount of fat. Whereas the outdoor pork, free range pork from the pasture is, much redder. You can see the fat and, you know, the colour differences, like the darker reds as well. And yeah, you get that nice line of fat and just much more flavoursome, really. And even the butchers will say, you know, pigs that have come out of like this environment, they'll call them long pigs because they're used to running, you know, and exercising. Whereas when they're indoors, they're shorter and squatter because they've just been on concrete slats their whole lives. So you're literally eating a healthier animal, basically. Yeah, it's nuts, eh?
So it's almost healthy animal, and you eat that. It's a healthy person.
Yeah,
That sort of
that's
correlation.
it. Yeah, and if you get it right, then you can get the land healthier as well. They're pretty awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah. They're honestly like, it's like, right now I've got quite a few pigs, but it's honestly like having a massive group of Labradors. They're so funny. they're so gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much space do you need for one pig? Because I'm kind of tempted to get one.
Yeah, as long as you keep moving them around. Yeah, a little bit of space. Yeah, so what the go is with piggies is that, you normally can put them on electric once you've trained them. So when you wean them, you put them into a smaller pen, and that normally has hard sides and then electric on the inside. So they then understand the electric, and then after that, they'll just put them in a little pen, you know, that's enough. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I can show you one of those pens now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Look. All right, yeah, so this is our chicken caravans. So you just got this netting fence with a little energizer. And you can, it's pretty easy just to move around.
So that just like stakes into the ground?
That just stakes into the ground. Yeah, so if you have a look at the nest box here, it's really clever. So you've got this AstroTurf mat for them to lay their eggs on, but it's on an angle. So when they lay the eggs, it just rolls down to this conveyor belt and stops it getting messy at all. And then at night, a little door comes and just comes to here and pushes the birds just onto this roosting bar. So again, they're not making a mess in here. So really, the worst thing about chickens is cleaning out the house and the eggs get dirty. So this really helps minimize those two things. Yeah, so no, it's great.
Wow.
Clever, hey?
And it might be a bit optimistic, but I feel like a lot of people could have this in their backyard if they've got enough space and they could just move it every few days? Or?
Yeah, definitely. Like, you wouldn't need a big area for this, but you'd need a little bit of space. But you know, eggs are really good. You know, you get a lot of independence, and for a small farmer, financially it's great, you know, because there's a little bit of cost in the setup, but you're making revenue back very quickly. You know, you're laying the egg and you're selling it that same day. Whereas pork and other animals, you know, you've got a lot more lag time before
Right.
your cash flow. So yeah, it's cool. Hey,
It's amazing.
yeah, it's so good, so clever. Yeah.
And how do you find the grass reacts like compared to the pigs? Is there a big difference?
That's interesting. We've been doing the pigs longer than the chickens, so yet to like fully know that. But
Okay.
I would say it's pretty similar. You're just putting, you know, again, because of all that feed you're giving them, you know, it's just so much nitrogen going in. So I would imagine you're just going to get a lot greener and a lot denser grass. Yeah.
Very friendly.
Yeah, very friendly. Yeah.
And it's interesting because I thought this is what free range looked like. Like when I first started at the other
Yeah.
farm, I was like, oh yeah, this is free range. They're out, they're walking in the sun. But
Yeah.
this is actually pasture-raised.
Pasture-raised. Yes.
Different to free range.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it does get a little confusing, but yeah, pasture-raised is definitely the way. Because obviously, yeah, you're just trying to give them access to clean ground all the time. But
Yeah,
again, you know, it's one of those things. Education, you know, a lot of it, so people can see it and see the differences, start to understand it. It's a bit tricky, but I'm pretty sure that pasture-raised is the animals are meant to have continuous access to clean ground and grass, and they're meant to spend most of their life on that grass. Whereas free range technically can just be a shed with access to a paddock, so the bird can live in the shed or in the paddock, but that paddock isn't changing, and you know, the bird might not be that incentivized to be out on the grass. The farmer might prefer to keep them in the sheds, so he's feeding them, giving them water, they're laying their eggs in the shed, but they're just going out to the grass sometimes. And you hear stories of like, they'll put like jets with water, misters on the doors, you know, to discourage the chickens from leaving the shed.
Wow.
Because, you know, ultimately the farmer, if he doesn't have direct access to his market, like he's selling to a supermarket, you know, for him, it's all about cost efficiencies and making the cost of production lower. So if that means that animals stay in the shed and don't exercise, that's how it's going to be. So, but by having, you know, access to your market and being able to sell your product, you know, for a good price, then that means you can look after them a little bit better. So yeah.
So it almost seems like they use the term free range very loosely. Like it's not.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
not free range. It's
Yeah, and like everything, it's all about the detail, you know. So like forage farms, like Bamboo Park, we say we've got 400 birds per hectare, which is really important. And you know, that's not very many chickens on the ground. So yeah, that's definitely it. Getting less disease and healthier immune systems. Yeah, but it is pretty wild. It's got pretty good value. So yeah, definitely could be interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if you could do timber. Like I saw
Timber.
someone in Brazil doing eucalyptus, I think. Oh no,
Yeah, yeah,
something like that.
yeah. Even chickens. There's a little orchard here. Yeah, mainly mangoes on this edge here, and then there's citrus and different guavas, bananas. Yeah, a few different things. So it's been pretty interesting to see what grows well here. I recognise quite a few of the trees.
Yeah, much smaller. Last time. Wow, this is it's a
Yeah,
forest now.
yeah, isn't it? The mango is really nice. So dense.
So you got some basil. looks
Yeah,
like
the
Thai
basil. So good for the bees. Hey.
Yeah.
It's unreal. They love it. It just
And
seems to always flower.
Yeah, it's cool because normal basil's like, you know, that big, and then you've got
Yeah.
this basil which is like a bush.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you can just keep chopping it back and it just goes. But
It's amazing.
yeah, I've got a few gums actually through here.
Yep.
Yeah, a little lychee here.
Yep. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the
The
loofah.
Gourds? Is it?
Yeah, they're all loofahs.
Oh, loofahs. Yeah.
Yeah, they grow like crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, these are paper barks actually, and yeah, some eucalyptus as well. Crikey, it's all pretty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a Here's the loofah sponge, so that grows. That after the skins come off, and you can use that in the shower or in the kitchen.
Yeah.
As a sponge alternative.
Yeah, the vine just keeps growing. As long as it's got some trees, it just...
That's amazing.
Yeah, they look really cool, hey?
So what's the benefit of having the paper bark and
Yeah, again, just
eucalyptus?
a bit of an experiment. This is a pretty wet spot, so the paper barks are doing pretty good. And now the gums as well, but yeah, more just to see how they would grow. And you know, you get some nice diversity in here as well. The birds love it, so a few old chickens enjoying it.
Looks a bit beaten up.
Yeah, hard life. Yeah. This is an ice cream bean.
So what's the benefit of planting trees like this, where there's lots of different species in rows compared to like a normal orchard? We've got one or two species.
Yeah, I guess a lot of it's just understanding and experimenting what's going to grow well, you know, and you know the different sizes of the trees complement each other pretty well, and yeah, you get really nice diversity of the birds. There's always something for them to eat or whatever. So yeah, no, it's pretty cool, just out of interest more than anything. Yeah, the guavas do really well here, and again, yeah, the ice cream, but no, it's cool.
So
Probably,
it's almost like mimicking a natural forest.
yeah, and in the future we'll probably put a few more chickens through here, because it's quite nice as well. You've got like different higher spots for them, and again, protection from the hawks. They can, you know, just be pretty chilled running around. Yeah, so no, it's good. The bananas do very well here. That's something we've been putting a lot more bananas through the property.
Could you put pigs through here?
You could. They would probably smash it a little bit, but you probably could. As long as they weren't here for too long, you just put them here quickly, let them, you know, work it up, drop the nutrients and took them out. Yeah, they'd be okay. We've had sheep here through here before.
Wow.
They obviously loved it. Gave them, you know, they really enjoy the different trees as well. Dorpers, they really get into the trees, like little goats. But yeah, no,
It's awesome.
yeah, it's good, isn't it?
And it goes on a bit further, does it?
Yeah, it's more chooks further down.
Yeah. Was there a pond? I remember there was a...
There's a dam just over there. That's right. The dam's nice.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah, it's big, isn't it? And again, we've really, you know, pruned it back pretty hard before. And it just comes back again. And yeah, it's crazy, isn't it, the amount of leaves and everything drops. It's nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you look, you know, down that tree corridor, there's just leaves and sticks and things all over the ground. Like,
yeah,
you probably wouldn't see that in a, you know, commercial
definitely.
fruit orchard.
Yeah, and yeah, they would just go under the mower and
Yeah.
add the nitrogen. So that's good. Bananas again. Definitely do well supporting each other, you know.
Yep.
And there's a few pigs here. And more piggies.
More piggies.
Hello. Hello. This is a training pen.
Okay.
So this is reasonably, like, you know, just like got the full hard fence, a normal fence, and the electric on the inside. So that just gives them time just to learn about it. So just leave them in here for about a week, and then I can move them to a bigger one with just the electric. So no, it's good. And yeah, if they make it a bit muddy, I just put a bit of extra hay in, or wood chip mulch as well. Works pretty good. Just keeps them curious and clean and fresh and everything.
So this trains them basically not to escape when they're out in the field.
That's it. And then yeah, you know, you can put bigger pens. So yeah, it's good.
Oh, so here they come.
Yeah, so previously I've always made these training pens quite small, but this time I made it a bit bigger, you know, just to give them a little bit more space. Hello. And these were all the boys.
Very curious. Hello? I don't have any food, I'm sorry.
We've already had breakfast, come on. That orange one you're touching, I'm going to keep him. He's going to be my new boar.
Oh, wow. Yep.
Yeah. He's a full Duroc pig. The bit bigger pig, better meat quality, better carcass quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's your favourite pig variety here? Like in terms of like flavour and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I've experimented with a few different ones. I do like the Tamworths.
Tamworth?
Yeah, I'm quite passionate about them. They just seem to do very well outdoors. And, you know, this being sugarcane, you know, the reality is it gets very wet here. So this is like the Marucci River floodplain, essentially. So that's why there's no development and we're like right in the middle of the Sunshine Coast. So, you know, in the wet season, it's pretty hectic. Like, you know, it's consistently wet. And in general, we try not to have too many pigs in the wet season to begin with. But if you've got your sows on your boar, for example, the Tamworth just seems very, you know, always, alive and happy and strong and, you know, really, it does well. So, yeah, but it's quite interesting how the different breeds are different from each other.
Yeah.
These white ones do get a bit of sunburn on them. Yep. Which is a bit of a negative. The black ones are pretty good. They do well in the sun. They're quite docile. Yeah. But this new boar looks really nice.
Nice size.
Yeah, really nice shape. And he seems pretty chilled out as well.
That's so good. Yeah, I really want to get a pig now.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
They're so chill.
They're so chill.
It's funny because like you think, you know, pigs are gross because most people probably think of the big sheds and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean pigs are gross if you like leave them in one spot for the whole life. They don't really have a choice. But yeah, if you keep moving them, it's good. But or just give them big areas to begin with. That works as well.
How much would one of these guys cost?
Not that much. It's crazy. Like 50 to 150 bucks.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And if you're at home, like a smaller backyard, what sort of pig would you get?
Good question. Yeah, a smaller one. I don't know. Probably just a Duroc would be pretty good.
Duroc?
Yeah, they're pretty like good for everything.
Is that
similar to him? Yeah.
Yep.
They're just pretty chilled out. Grow nice and quick. I should really, you know, I can also just chuck bananas and stuff into them from here.
That's true. Yeah, fruit can come straight in.
Yeah. Instead of like it being a problem and it's like, oh, what do I do with this waste? Now I just chuck it in with them. Yeah, because when you do have them in smaller areas, you know, because pigs are so clever, you have to try and keep them like curious. So that's what the round bale is about. But putting in fruit clippings or waste would work as well.
That guy's having a little nap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll show you this as well. This is
Shall I come in?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so this here, you can come in as well if you like. You'll be fine. Yeah, so this is a little invention for just giving them fresh water. So you just get, you know, these are just intensive pig nipple drinkers. And yeah, we just, Dad rigged this up. And, you know, I can just run a hose from the tank, so just giving them fresh water and they can just drink all day as well. Yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. This one's actually called Fred. Okay, I don't have many with names, but this one is actually
Fred the pig.
Fred the pig. He was a survivor, and he was the only one from his whole litter. Weren't you? Now you're big.
And this nipple system's good because you know you're not in a trough where the water gets dirty and there's
That's it.
manure and
evaporation, and 100%. It's really quite a challenge keeping nice water to them because they just want to muddy it up. Basically, pigs can't sweat, so that's why they're always trying to get like into the water, into the mud. Yeah. But they also need to drink a lot, and it's really important. They will grow a lot slower if they don't drink. So you have to kind of keep it up to them. But yeah, no, this is great. This is taking a little while to figure out, but yeah, it's good.
Nice, Fred.
Yeah, just having a morning bit of water. They're comical, hey?
That's funny, yeah.
Too much time just laughing at these guys.
Yeah, they definitely have personality.
Yeah, 100%.
It's
From
amazing.
seeing the sows with the babies, and you know when we wean them, and then from here they just go into a big grass pen.
It's amazing. It's very, very inspiring.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's been a fair bit of work, but it's great and slowly getting there. Still need to do a bit more infrastructure, you know, but no, it's cool.
So for someone that wants to get into farming, so like pasture-raised pigs, chickens, food forestry, what would you say to them? Like, what's the big misconception?
Just being realistic about it and just thinking, you know, I think it's pretty important to, you know, for me it's like half of it is looking after your animals and doing all this fun stuff, the nipple drinkers and the hay and all that stuff, and then half of it's selling the product. And if you don't have a market, or if you don't have a lot of control over your market, you don't necessarily have to be selling your own product. You could have somebody sell it for you if you have a really good relationship with them. But I think just to focus and know that bit is going to work as well, and gives you a lot more confidence to keep investing and keep going with the animals. And nowadays with social media, like what we're doing this morning even, but you know, people can share information so quickly and easily that definitely, and probably just keep it simple to begin with. You know, you don't need to make it complicated straight away. Just keep it simple. Chickens are a great option to begin with. I would say for a young farmer or for somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience, chickens will give you, you know, a really good broad range of experience of how to look after different animals. Just because, you know, you got to keep the food and water to them and have some housing for them. So yeah, that's it.
Cool. So keeping it simple, not doing like a very large scale thing straight away, just starting small.
Yeah, that's it.
And then thinking about all the logistical things and being realistic. So, you know, who are you selling to, where, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, who you're selling to, where, you know, really looking after your customer, and it's incredible how loyal people will be to you. You know, if you are producing food and it's good quality, people love it and they will come back for it. And people are, you know, businesses now, especially in Australia, it's so much more simple than it used to be, you know, like, yeah, it's nice to have a good website or shop or whatever, but you can do business on Instagram with people, you know, like people literally, they'll order meat or eggs just from Instagram, you know, and as long as you just have a positive attitude and like, yep, sure, I'll just drop it off to you or you pick it up or whatever, you know. Yeah, I think the world's become more relaxed like that. So
you can be more creative with how you do things.
Yeah, definitely more simple, more direct. You know, you got so many platforms now to talk to people. Yeah, it's great. So yeah, I think we'll see a lot of big changes with supermarkets in our generation. You know, and how you know we consume food and produce it for sure. I think the whole middleman situation that's happened for a long time. I think it'll be more direct to farmer to customer for sure. So. Yeah, and I look at what a lot of other young guys are doing around Australia as well, in New South Wales, Victoria, you know, and just get, you know, tips and tricks and stuff like that, and probably what you're doing, coming out and experiencing it as well is great for sure. Yeah, so YouTube.
YouTube's a good one, yeah.
YouTube, everything.
Yeah, and it's like what you were saying before, like, you know, why isn't everyone doing this? And it's just probably because of a lack of education. Like they just don't know.
Yeah, they just don't know. Yeah, definitely. And some parts of farming are complicated. Like producing pigs is quite complicated. You know, you've got to have different stages or whatever. So yeah, but people will get there. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
So yeah, you know, definitely there's a lot more people being conscious about it now and wanting to do the right thing. eat the right food. So, yeah, you know, like that's the thing. Like if you know, if we were in 1990, you know, the idea that you'd only be able to buy free-range eggs would be like impossible. Whereas now it's super normal. So it is crazy how quickly change can happen. Yeah, for sure.
We just did more farm shops like the one you've got here.
Yeah,
We'll get some videos
yeah.
of that in a second, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it's fun. So sweet, mate.
Cool. Well, thanks for having us, Ed.
No
Really
worries.
appreciate it.
That's great, Toby. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
So good.
Yeah, awesome, Toby. So, yeah, this is some of our pork, and you know, running out. It's too popular. But no, you can see the colour, like just the reds in it, and all the different spectrum of reds, and you know that nice little bit of fat as well. That's what really gives it the flavour.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's great, but just really different than what you'd get in the supermarket.
So Coles and Woolies wouldn't have that nice thick fat.
No, that thick fat and that red, like even that's on cutlets, you know, it's still pretty red and actually quite dark, you know, it's almost like getting closer to beef than a white meat that pork is meant to be. And yeah, that's just the diet of the pigs and how they're living, so.
And it would be more nutrient dense as well.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure. So, no, it's good. It's good. Got to
So
keep
good.
making it.
What's your favourite cut?
Oh, well, I do like a roast.
Roast?
Yeah, if I'm going to go to all the effort of cooking it, then the roast, I've got some for tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
But no, we normally do sausages, they're pretty popular, a bit of mince, so yeah. Maybe one day do like smaller goods, you know?
Yep.
That would be a bit of fun, but yeah, so no, it's cool. It's good.
Sick. Bamboo Park, get your pork.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks.
Nice.
Sweet.